Hello, this is your virtual life coach, Michael Lewis. I met a shopkeeper last week. She loved frogs. She loved frogs. She loved frogs so much that one day she came across a tree frog lying on its back, gasping for breath and in pain, like a frog in pain. She didn't know what to do. I mean, you don't call 911 for the frog paramedics. So she did the first thing that came to mind. Yes, she gave that frog mouth-to-mouth artificial respiration. So she's telling me this about giving this little frog mouth-to-mouth respiration. And I was like, what happened? Did he turn into a handsome prince? What happened? She said, no, but he did look surprised. She didn't know if it was the mouth-to-mouth or the shock of someone doing that, but he revived and he got the heck out of there. So the moral of the story is you never know what you're capable of until something happens where you have no choice but to either do the right thing or run away. Most of us say, well, that's easy. I'd probably just run away. But you'd be surprised at what you're capable of. And you'd be even more surprised what impresses people about you. Yes, you. I'm sure you're a hero to a good number of people that you don't even know of, which makes sense because people don't consciously set out to be heroes. They just do the right thing without thinking. I was standing behind an old lady at the bank some years ago. She was a little out of it. And the young lady teller was so patient with her. There was a point when that old lady was so frustrated and so confused, I thought she was just going to burst into tears. And that's when the teller reached through that little hole in the bulletproof plastic and took her hand and just held it. And she whispered something I couldn't hear, but they did the rest of that transaction, holding hands, the teller walking her through it all the way. Must have taken about 10, 15 minutes. And the old woman just went on her way, big smile on her face. I told the teller, for the rest of that woman's life, she's going to be telling her kids and her grandkids and her in-laws and strangers on the street about the lovely thing that you did for her today. So that was at least 40 years ago. And I'm sure by now the old lady is dead and the young teller's probably retired or president of the bank. But I still remember that day. I still remember their faces. It's not a new concept, but everything you do, good or not so good, has ripples. One day you're a hero to the frog population, and the next day you're a menace to mosquitoes everywhere. So you need to start somewhere, right? So start by being your own hero today, right now. Do something out of the ordinary, something that you wouldn't ordinarily do. Like if you're not usually given the big displays of affection, hug a friend and say, I love you. Or if you have some habit you need to stop, like smoking or junk food or making weird noises with your tongue in public, go ahead without doing that for a whole day. And then pat yourself on the back. You're a hero. And that's all I've got to say for now. So until next time, love each other, take your vitamins, observe posted speed limits, play nice, and never lose sight of who you are. Never, never, never lose sight of who you are. So long for now.